Assalamu alaikum, family. This is Ryan X coming to you live. Hope that you are having a blessed and wonderful day today. Today is the end of the work week, and actually, it's the beginning of a 3 day weekend. So we know they say TGIF. Thank God it's Friday. Well, around here we thank God for every day because every day is a God day, a good day that He allowed us to see and wake up to start our day, gave us the fiber of our being. So for that, all praises are due to Allah. We thank Him for the day and every day. Yes, including Mondays and Tuesdays, the dreaded Mondays and Tuesdays as well. But hope you having a blessed, wonderful day. Hope you had a blessed, wonderful week. And the likelihood that you haven't, always remember this. Tough times don't last, tough people do. Keep your hope, trust, and faith in Allah, God, and He will see you through. I could definitely bear witness to that. So on Wednesday, a couple days ago, there was a terrorist attack in Minneapolis at the Annunciation Catholic School. Two children were murdered. Unfortunately, a 10-year old and an 8-year old. I believe it was no, if there was a boy and girl, two boys, but two children are no longer here. A 10 and 8-year old. Just a horrific attack. Many others were injured. The death toll could have been more, but we just thank Allah that it wasn't. But we also are saddened by the loss of life. Okay, it was a boy and girl were the victims. Happy Friday to you too, brother. Thank you for tuning in, brother Steph. Thank you. Appreciate you. And thank you for the information. It was a boy and girl. Okay, that's what I thought. Wasn't sure on that, but thank you. They're no longer here. My condolences go out to their parents, to their rest of their loved ones, to their friends, classmates, what so have you. That community. It's this shouldn't have happened. Shouldn't have happened, and um, just goes to mental illness. Mental illness. So to those who were injured, hope you have a speedy recovery. And my condolences go out to you all as well. So the terrorist piece of filth, terrorist varmint, low life, uncivilized mutt, as the great brother Willie D loves to say, is Mary. I'm sorry, that's the mom's name. Is Robin Westman. Robin Westman. So this terrorist devil, spawn of Satan, transitioned, transformed into Robin Westman back in 2020, 5 years ago. Before this devil's transformation into a female, its name was Robert Westman. Robert Westman. Robert, again, transformed into a female in 2020, 5 years ago, and became Robin Westman. So a transgender man did the shooting. Here's something even more crazy. Before I go any further, hit that thumbs up button, smash that thumbs up button down, hit that subscribe button so you get notifications whenever I do videos on here. Um, Robin's mother, Mary Grace Westman, worked at the school. The school is a Catholic school slash church. She was a secretary at this church school. She retired. After she retired, she and her husband approved their son's transformation to be a female. They approved their son's transformation into becoming a female, and from becoming Robert Westman to Robin Westman. Mind you, this is a Catholic school, Annunciation school. I thought, correct me if I'm wrong, but I thought that sex changes were taboo in the Catholic Church, were forbidden. But then again, you know what? Maybe what I'm missing something, because there were priests raping little boys for decades. So rules for thee, but not for me. Don't mean to take a dump on the Catholic Church, but that's the way it seems. Rules for thee, but not for me. So it's forbidden for priests to be married, but they can rape little boys. They speak out against homosexuality in the past and sex changes, but this lady was working, Mary Grace Westman was working as a secretary at that church, at that school slash church, retired, and then signed off on her son getting a sex change. Make this make sense. Make it make sense. You cannot. I believe that the shooter was probably abused. Yeah, I think so too. Some people do embellish mental illness. Yeah, but this is not that case, brother. Because anytime you murder anyone, you go into a school or a church, what so have you, and you shoot multiple people, little children, that's mental illness. That's not an embellishment. That is mental illness. When you killing defensive children or a defensive person, but in this case, little kids, that's mental illness. Something's not right with you. And I don't want to hear about gun control. I don't want to hear about that, because even if they pass gun control, people are going to still kill people. People are going to still have mental illness. So this whole thing with gun control, no, no. I know there are going to be people that's going to be they have a problem with what I'm saying about that, and that's fine and dandy, and that's your right to disagree. Um, but gun control, no, because how is it that the people that the criminals have the guns, so innocent men and women can't defend themselves? And my brother out of Philly, brother Maj Toure, is correct when he says all gun control is racist. Because pay attention, they did not start promoting gun control until black men and women showed up with M16s on the state capitol out here in California, Sacramento, California, at the Capitol building. When they showed up with M16s, that's when Governor Ronald Reagan, who was governor of California at the time, started gun control here in California. And then from California, it spread like wildfire. California is the epicenter for what goes on. It's the starting point of what goes on in the United States when it comes to politics. It is California and sometimes New York, but particularly California. So gun control started here in California in the late 60s, and it just spread across the country later. But I still have to say this. I don't want to hear about gun control. We have to address mental illness. This devil was mentally ill. This was the spawn of Satan. And like I said on my social media posts, the white male has been the face of terror around the world for centuries. Whether they be a heterosexual male or a male masquerading as a woman, they have been the face of terror. It does not matter. Heterosexual men or heterosexual males or males masquerading as women. They've been the face of terror. They've been a face. It's just do your history. The world over for centuries. And now we don't hear about white on white crime, and I wonder why that is. Now, when a black person kill another black person, it's black on black crime. But when a white person kill another white person, they've been killing each other for centuries. They taught us how to kill each other. Facts. They taught us how to kill each other. So when white people kill other white people, is that white on white crime? Because this whole thing is black on black crime. Crime is a crime of proximity. So if a black people who kill other black people, 9 times out of 10 live in close proximity to each other. So, and I hate to use this term, but in the hood, when the so-called YNs, another term I hate, kill one another, they live in close proximity. 9 times out of 10, they know each other, or they have some kind of connection. So when a white person kill another white person, they live in close proximity. You get what I'm saying? Chad kills Trevor. Chad and Trevor know 9 times out of 10 they know each other, have some kind of dealings with each other. They live in close proximity. Same thing when an Asian person kills an Asian person, or a Latino person kills a Latino person, so on and so forth. It's close proximity. It's a crime of proximity. So this term black on black crime is it's not wrong, but it is wrong, if you get what I'm saying. Because people of the same ethnicity kill their same people. They do. Crime of proximity. That's what it is. But this was a horrific event. Um, and I also asked a rhetorical question. I wonder, is Donald Trump going to sic his federal troops on the LGBTQ plus IA community? What say you? Is Donald Trump going to sic federal troops on the LGBTQ plus IA community? What say you? No, he's not. He's not. Nope. He's going to sic them on us. He's going to sic them on us because he wants to get a handle on crime. And sending federal troops into major cities is not the answer. It's just going to exacerbate the problem, make it worse. It is. If they really cared about the citizens, if the federal government, the Trump administration, really cared about the safety of the citizens of this nation, they would urge every American to take gun safety classes and purchase firearms. They would. Protect yourselves from the criminals. Take firearms safety courses and purchase firearms. They will urge Americans to do that, but they don't want to do it because it doesn't fit their bottom line. They want to sit up here and preach gun control, gun control. Mostly from the left, but the mostly from the left, but the right, they're not doing anything to protect your Second Amendment rights either. They say that they are, but they're not. They're bought and paid for, just like the left. So all of us are being played. Those of y'all who are those of us, I should say, who are advocates of the Second Amendment, we're getting played by the left and the right. Because Trump is not going to protect the Second Amendment. He's not. He's not. We already know the left not. The left are going. They tell you they don't want you to have guns, but the Republicans, they lie. Well, we're going to protect your Second Amendment. No, they're not. No, they're not. No, they're not. There are few libertarians that will. There are a few On the right that will, and when I say a few, I mean a handful. And I'm sure there's probably a couple on the left, not that many. But as a whole, the Dems and Republicans are not going to protect our Second Amendment rights. They're just not. And it's a shame because they took an oath to uphold the Constitution. But it is what it is, and it ain't what it ain't. So, no, because Trump is a joke. Yes, I agree. We should blame the parents not raising their kids right. Exactly. So, wow. So I wonder what the LGBTQ plus IA has to say about this. Where are the advocates for the LGBTQ plus IA? Are they going to speak out against this? Why aren't they getting more smoke? Why? Why aren't they getting smoke? A member of y'all community committed a terrorist attack. And if I'm not mistaken, this is the second known incident where uh, a person in the LGBTQ plus IA community has committed a terrorist attack, if I'm not mistaken, within the last year and a half. So why aren't they getting the smoke? Why? Why aren't they being called? Why aren't they being called violent savages? Why aren't federal troops marching through the Castro district here in out here in San Francisco on the other side of the bridge, or in what's that um, Greenwich Village in New York? Yup, John Wayne Gacy and Dahmer was gay. I knew about that. Yup, they were gay, but this sorry sack of shit that committed this terrorist attack in Minneapolis was a transgender. So, oh, Minneapolis, Minnesota. Isn't Tim Walz governor of Minnesota? Wasn't he pushing for um what was it? Tampons in the boys' bathroom? Yeah, tampons in the boys' bathrooms in the state of Minnesota. Wow. They were calling them tampon Tim. Mm-mm-mm. You see what happens when you allow evil? You see what happens when you sit up here and advocate for wickedness? It comes back and it bites you in the ass. You see what happened when you go out here and spearhead wickedness. You suffer tragic consequences. It rears its ugly head. I thought that was him. So I'm just curious. And someone said something on X that I'm gonna share it with you. Hit that thumbs up button, smash that thumbs up button down, hit the subscribe button so you get notifications whenever I do videos on here. My brother out of Philly, Maj Array. And shout out to him. If I could find it. Oh, my dude. Okay, here we go. This is from Brother Maj Toure. He posted this on X. The left calls trans women until they shoot up a school. Then they're men again. Let me repeat that again. This is a tweet from my good brother from Philly, Brother Maj Toure, and shout out to him. Go support him. Black Guns Matter and Solutionary University. Good brother. Good brother. You won't be sorry for supporting him. The left calls trans women until they shoot up a school. Then they're men again. Is his brother right or is he absolutely right? They love to change the narrative. Love to change the narrative to spin their foolishness. They're women. Trans women are women until they commit an act of terrorism. Then they're men. Can't have it both ways. Well, they're men to begin with because they're not women. And that's an insult to women. And more women need to be speaking out about this. It is an insult to women that a man in drag calls himself a woman. He has no reproductive organs. He don't have that time of month. He don't go through menopause. It's no way in hell that a man masquerading as a woman is a woman. Stop it with this goddamn foolishness. The devil is a lie every day. Not just today, but every day. So stop it. Say what you will, that's your right. Disagree with me if you will, that's your right. But I'm standing on the truth. And the truth shall set you free. Excuse me. So, and that's just an insult to women. And now more people need to be speaking out against the LGBTQ plus IA, allowing these terrorists to do what they do. They need to hold them accountable because they're part of your community. If this devil was a Muslim, y'all be declaring war on Muslims, declaring a war on Islam. Oh, y'all already have done that. That's what 9/11 was about. The war on terror. So the devil is a lie. Again, my condolences go out to the families of those two young people, those two babies, 8 and 10 years old. Go out to their classmates. My condolences go out to their classmates, their friends, their family, their community. You know, I'm praying Allah will give y'all peace and comfort during this time of sorrow and grief. This should not have happened. Mental illness is real and it needs to be addressed. Anytime someone goes into a school or a church and just murders innocent people who have nothing to do with nothing, who have nothing to do with your agenda, defenseless children, you are mentally ill. You're not right. I heard a report that this devil, this lowlife, the reason why he committed this act of terror was because he hated Trump and he was what was it? He hated Trump and something about Israel. He was against the Jews, the Zionists. What does that have to do with little children? What do little children have to do with your beef? They have nothing to do with your beef. Nothing. You were just a cowardly sack of shit. Oh, and he's dead too. Got to put that out there. This cowardly sack of shit took his life, so he did us a favor. So he did do something right. I'm sorry, he don't deserve to live. You know, Allah, I just anytime someone murders children, innocent people, they don't deserve to live. So Allah, he just off them. Yup. Good riddance. He's no longer in society. But just a horrific um, event which could have been avoided. And what's with the parents of this who gave birth to this low life, to this piece of shit? That says a lot about them too. Hit that thumbs up button, smash that thumbs up button down, hit the subscribe button so you get notifications whenever I do videos on here. I'm gonna hop off of here, y'all. On this note, I hope y'all were able to get the gist of what I was saying with this video. Drop your comments below. Let me know what you think. It'd be greatly appreciated. I know I said some things that people are going to disagree with, and that's cool. I'm cool with that. However, however, let's agree to disagree without being disagreeable. And in our disagreements, let's use logic, common sense, facts, and respect, not emotion and disrespect. That'll get you nowhere. Support my YouTube channel here and my future projects. It'd be greatly appreciated. Please continue to support and rock with your brother. I need their love and support. Thank y'all who've been doing it for the last almost 5 years. I really, really appreciate it. Thank you so much. And I don't take it for granted. So please continue to support your brother. Hit that thumbs up button, smash that thumbs up button now, hit that subscribe button. Um, brothers as well as sisters, this is a 3-day weekend that's coming up. This is the last holiday weekend for the summer. Be safe, beware, and be aware. Whether you're going on vacation, whether you just staying, in your local areas, or just doing nothing, just want to watch football, college football. The big games kick off tomorrow. The NFL is next Thursday. So if you just stand around watching the games, uh, having cookouts, whatever you may be doing, beware and be aware. Satan comes to kill, steal, and destroy now more than ever before. And we cannot be falling asleep at this hour. We cannot be have our guard down in this hour. So beware and be aware. I love y'all. Y'all have a blessed and wonderful day. I will talk to y'all sooner than later. Inshallah. I'm out. Love y'all so much. All right. Assalamu alaikum.